he getting this bag? And what are you expecting from Jalen Carter and overall from this Eagles defense this season?
Oh, so I'm a really big fan of Jalen Carter. I think he's one of the best defensive tackles in the league. He's very young. I always hear about his like character or whatever, but like I really, other than the Dak situation, like I haven't seen anything crazy. He's just a fiery player, in my opinion, which we need more of. I wish more players spit on each other, honestly.
It was honestly crazy to see the backlash he got for that. Cause like you just said, Noah, it was one of the first times he's ever done anything to that level.
Well, to that
And all
level, but he did get was it his rookie year? Was this what is this, his third year? Remember he got benched for the first series, I think, because he was late for a meeting.
yeah,
And
Does that mean he's like a bad guy or something? Like,
no, that's not a bad guy, but there's a serious thing. The other thing, remember last year, Vic was saying he needs to get in shape. Like Vic questioned his physical
he
condition.
was injured all year last year.
Well, I'm not like the coach who coaches him said he was not in shape.
Yeah, and
So
I'm
I know.
saying that
Okay,
a lot of the
bring
reason
that
why he
up.
was
Bring
in
that up to
shape.
Vic.
I mean, I think it's fair to be concerned in some regards to Jalen Carter in terms of, especially early in his career, like his discipline and things of that nature. But you never question his character as a person. And after that incident with Dak, it was
All right,
like
that's where I
he's
got
a
to stop
bad
you.
guy. He's dirty.
I don't want
He
to
has
be.
this reputation. No, he doesn't.
I don't want to be that guy. Like,
You are that guy
but we
now.
need to push back a little bit. Like his character, yeah, that's why he dropped to 11. His character was in question. He was in that car accident that killed somebody at Alabama, or where did he go to school? Georgia, whatever.
But do you know like the details of that whole situation or no? You just
No, but he
most
was
people
involved.
most
He
people
was
that like
involved.
comment on that situation, they act like he was like driving and like killed his friend. But that's not what
No,
happened at all.
no. But
That's why.
again, it's these little things, and I'm not questioning. He's been for the most part a model citizen in Philadelphia, but there were some small little things that you haven't heard from other players that is a concern. I do not want to be a podcast where we are constantly giving our teams hand jobs because we don't want to criticize them. Can I say hand jobs on the podcast? I want
We
like we need
You
to
criti-
just
push
we
back a
did.
little
critic
bit.
Can't take it
we
back now.
criticize our team more than we like compliment them. What do you mean?
No, I
But
don't
I
think we
think,
do.
and I also think, Chuck, like you could question his decision making, but to
Or his
question
play or his
his
play on the
character, I think
field.
is unfair after that. Like, sure, he may have made a bad decision being in that car. He may have made bad decisions, off the field. But to question his character as a person, I feel like a lot of people were doing that, and that was unfair because in the NFL we didn't see anything from him
Uh,
to that regard.
you're probably right. He was probably the top defensive player in that draft. He didn't get drafted till 11. There were some, and these are teams, multi-billion-dollar teams who had investigators, and they saw some small little issues in his background that they kind of said, you know what, I don't know if I'm gonna take a chance on. And they were wrong for the most part. They were wrong because he's a great player, but it's he didn't have the greatest season of all time last year. If you want to blame it on injuries, that's fine. But he had some small little blemishes that need to be brought up. And I think it was a concern for Howie a little bit. That's why it took him so long to sign him.
That's definitely fair. Definitely fair.
No, it doesn't.
Uh,
No, it doesn't agree. I don't care. You can push back. No, this is a podcast.
I
We're
mean,
talking about stuff.
I didn't get to say that. Like,
Go ahead. Go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah. I feel like last year was a little underwhelming, but I don't think that like reflects. I don't think that diminishes like what he's been doing his whole career since he's first stepped on the field. He's won us plenty of games by himself. He's like probably our best defensive player on the team. I don't know why it was even a question that we should resign him or not. Like, I don't, I don't know. He had like a shoulder problem like all year. He came in. I'm pretty sure he came into the season with that problem, and then he sat out a couple games and then came back, and it was still like a problem with him, but he played through it. I think that has a lot to do with his. I feel like that has a lot of to reflect on his performance last year.
yeah. Well, speaking of performances in Philadelphia, Luis Ariz didn't take any time making
Okay, no, no, no,
his.
no, 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 no. I don't want to get off. I don't want to get off the Eagles real quick.
What
Before
you
we go
got?
to baseball. Before we go to baseball, I'm going to take you guys back in a Wayback Machine a little bit, okay? So, because I'm a little concerned about what some of the reports from the offense on the Eagles. Back in the day, um, the Eagles got a new head coach, Ray Rhodes. I have his picture up here somewhere. Give me a second. They hired Ray Rhodes. Ray Rhodes, okay? This guy. Great coach. He won Coach of the Year that year. Eagles won 10 games. He hired a young offensive coordinator named John Gruden. Yes, that's John Gruden. John Gruden brought in the West Coast offense to the Eagles. The Eagles were playing more, I don't know what kind of offense they were playing. I probably wasn't even that hip on what the different offenses, but I knew like the West Coast offense was what the 49ers were running. And they were the basically the gold standard for football at the time. And Randall was a starting quarterback going into that season. But he couldn't pick up the offense. He just couldn't. They started the season with him. He was struggling. He wound up getting benched. They brought in Rodney Peete. Rodney Peete has a decent season. Eagles won 10 games. Randall was never the same. Got cut, went to the Cowboys, wound up going to the Vikings, and then he won MVP with the Vikings. But he couldn't pick up this offense. And I'm a little concerned that Jalen may not be picking up this offense as quickly as we want. I'm not saying he can't eventually, but he may get off to a slow start. And granted, he's going against, in practice, one of the best defenses in football. So I'm hoping when they do the combined practices with the Patriots that we see a little bit more just consistency with him in practice. I'm getting pelted with memes and just articles from other people saying how Jalen has been struggling in practice. And I just have flashbacks of losing Randall when we got a new offensive coordinator who wanted to install something completely different, and Randall couldn't pick up on it. To Gruden's credit, he does. I've heard an interview where he did regret not getting Randall up to speed with the offense, but I'm hoping Jalen gets it. I want to like shut the critics up. I know he does as well. But right now, after 6 practices, it's been a little bit of a struggle. That's all I want to say.
I mean, are you at all concerned that Jalen Hurts won't figure out the offense, considering what we've seen from him in his career? Because I'm not. I don't have any concerns about what has gone on in training camp. And I don't think it's been all that bad. I think a lot of people are looking at things like the lack of touchdowns that he's thrown and saying, oh, he's having a horrible camp. But that doesn't tell the whole story of what's been going on. He's actually looked pretty solid
So
in a lot of instances. So
what I'm concerned about, even when the year they won a Super Bowl, AJ, the offensive passing game was struggling. AJ Brown, what was that, week 14? He was the media was asking what's wrong with the offense. He said the passing game. All last year, Jalen had some games where he didn't even have 100 yards passing. He had I think he had a half where he didn't complete a pass. So I am there's a little concern in the back of my head that we eliminated the equation. We pulled out of the equation the offensive coordinator. We put a new one in there. If Jalen doesn't get it, then people are going to start pointing fingers at him because there's no other person. There's no other piece in that equation other than him. So I'm a little concerned. I think he's smart enough, and I think he's dedicated enough, and I think he's skilled enough to overcome it and have a good season. But it's been a good year and a half since we've had a really like good season by Jalen passing wise. So yeah, I'm a little concerned.
I mean, yeah, I think that play calling also played into his struggles last year in a lot of those games where you mentioned he threw 100 yards. AJ Brown, you know, plays a hand in that, not running his routes to the
Yep.
full out extent.
Yep, there was something going on there. Yep.
The offense as a whole, I think, speaks more to that than Jalen Hurts, but he definitely had his role in not playing his best. I don't have any concerns about him picking up a new offense, especially now with this new core. I think without AJ Brown, I think, like I said before, it'll take a little bit of pressure off of him to try to force the ball to somebody that might be a little bit disgruntled. So I do expect to see the best out of him. Also knowing that he's coming to camp in really good shape. He looks lighter. He looks faster. So I feel like he's in a great spot physically. We didn't really see prime physical Jalen Hurts last year. He was battling injuries towards the end of the season that affected his ability
Yeah,
to rush.
I
So
did
I
hear
expect
that
him to,
he looks quicker.
yeah,
They've been doing a lot of like option quarterback draws, and he's been looking great. But I'm hoping he picks up the passing offense. It's been a struggle the last year and a half. Even when in the Super Bowl, obviously the Super Bowl was fantastic, but that season it was a struggle. And I do agree, it had a lot to do with the juju that AJ Brown, the negative juju that AJ Brown brought to the team. But I just want to see him succeed. I want to throw it back in the face of all these people that are sending me these memes and articles and reels and
you got to
tweets.
ignore that, Chuck. You
Nah,
got
dude,
to ignore that. It's training camp.
I internalize them, and it fuels me.
Send him, as you would tell us, send him the dagger.
Sure.
Speaking of juju, a team that's not dealing with that much bad juju right now are the Phillies after their addition of Luis Ariz. He's been a nice little spark plug for you guys. Had a good debut in his first game. How do you feel about the move to land your new second baseman? And I know that there's been talk about Bryce Harper moving around, maybe a little bit to the outfield. How does this change the outlook of the Phillies for the rest of the season? Genuinely, because I have not been following them. I want you guys to tell me, I'll start with you, Noah. How do you feel like this changes the outlook of the Phillies this year? Does this make them more so contenders to take the division, to make a run towards the playoffs? Where does this move put the Phillies as of right now?
Well, I don't think we're going to take the division or anything. I think we lost too many games after the All-Star break. We were like pretty close to the Braves after being like, what were we, like 14 game behind or something like that at one point. We got within like 2 or whatever. And then after the All-Star break, we had like a little slump. But with the Arias move, I liked it. The numbers said he's been good defensively this year. I'm kind of iffy on that because he's never been a good defender ever. But he's the guy who always seems to always find the ball somehow. He rarely strikes out. He puts the ball in a play, which could lead to some good things. And I think we just needed someone. I wanted like a righty, because it feels like we don't have any right now, with Trey Turner being kind of mid right now. And other than that, it's like Alec Bohm, which is sad.
It's sad.
But
yeah,
I think it was a good move. I like how I didn't think there was much that we could have done without like giving up everyone. And I didn't really want to give up everyone because it just seemed like the Dodgers are just going to win anyways. So,
yo, they're so annoying. Like the fact that they got, oh my gosh, they're just so stacked.
That was crazy.
They're just so stacked. I mean, we could talk about that a little bit. School from Detroit.
Yeah, let me just say, I don't know if you guys saw the lineup yesterday on Ariza's first game. He's a contact hitter, puts the ball in play, decent on base percentage. he batted fourth, and the guy who leads the league in strikeouts batted first. That, for someone who's been watching baseball as long as I have, seeing that is just mind blowing to me.
That's Schwarber.
And Schwarber led the game. He was the leadoff hitter. Then Turner, which makes sense. You go left, right, left, left. But they could certainly went Arise to lead off. Even tonight, same lineup. Schwarber's leading off, and Arise is to clean up. Is this, and for the Phillies to get him at such a cheap price, for him to be traded so many times, he's not like that type of hitter's not valued anymore. I know you guys, remember like Tony Gwynn or Rod Carew. Those players today would not have as much value. They had a high average, but they didn't have a lot of power. And Arise is like that, and it's just not valued as much. I think he's going to make an impact on the Phillies. But like Noah said, they needed a right-hander. The problem is there's not a lot of right-handers in baseball. If you look at the top OPSs, I don't think there's a right-hander that's over 850 in baseball. And I guess, and that's only because Aaron Judge is not playing. Like, I guess if Aaron Judge was playing, like, he would be, but there are very few right-handed players there. And even if they're a natural right-hander, they're batting left. Bryce Harper bats left, but he's a right-hander. So it's just, I don't know. It's just hard to find. The other thing, so I was kind of disappointed they didn't get a righty bat, and I know there's not a lot out there, but also they needed basically a fifth pitcher. Painter's pitching tonight. I still have like faith in him. Right now, it's the top of the first. There's 2 men on and 1 out against him. He just hasn't pitched well. Granted, like, this is really his first full season after having surgery, but I don't think he's ready. And they don't get me wrong, they don't need a fifth starter in the playoffs, but you have to get to the playoffs. And I read somewhere the Phillies are 3-22 when it comes to the fifth starter. So when they had like Taquan Walker and now Andrew Painter, they're just not great. Even if they went 500 with a fifth starter, they would be in first place. Even if that, if they had
because Sanchez
base level fifth starter, because their top 3 are great. Nola eats up innings. He's a little trashy, but he eats up innings. But I think they needed a pitcher, and they weren't able to get one. So I'm a little disappointed with that. I like the move, though. Arise is going to be, I think he's going to help. But they're just heavy. They just have a lot of left-handers in that lineup. So they can be pitched to. That's the problem. They can be pitched to because they have a lot of left-handers in there.
Sounds like they could use a guy like George Lombard Jr. from the New York Yankees, who just
Tell me about this guy. I don't even like. Is he a prospect or just had like a good game? I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah, he's a prospect that was in the minors for a while. They've talked about bringing him up.
So he was highly touted. He was
ago. Very highly touted. Very highly
Never heard of
touted.
him.
And with Anthony Volpe, with his struggles over the last year and a half, 2 years, that talk has risen.
But give me like a scouting report. Like what's his? Is he a 5-tool? Is he? Where do you see him like hitting in the lineup? Is he a good defensive player?
I hate this. I hate that fans have done this, but a lot of people are comparing him rightfully, I guess, to Jeter because he plays shortstop. But they're saying that he's a mix of A-Rod and Jeter in the sense that he has power. He's good in the field.
Willie Jeter, the guy I went to high school with?
The guy you went to high school with.
Willie Jeter or Derek Jeter?
Who is this guy, Noah?
Derek Jeter?
Derek Jeter, the captain. Yes, he's being compared to him because he plays shortstop, and I hate that because they did the same thing with Volpe, and it probably got to his head, and he couldn't handle the pressure. I'm not saying that's going to happen with Lombard, but let the kid be the kid. Let him be himself. But he is getting compared to A-Rod and Jeter, being like a mix of the two of them.
A-Rod and Jeter?
Yeah, because
Wow.
he's a little more talent. He's a little more talented. Like he's got a little more raw talent than Jeter had, but he's also like that smooth shortstop. Calm. Seems calm under pressure,
Wow.
and he's got some pop. We saw the pop in his bat last night with the homer. So off to a perfect start.
He had a homer yesterday?
He had a home run yesterday. Turned a double play. Had some nice plays in the field.
I saw the
Second
double
at
play.
bat.
I heard of Lombard because I listen to baseball podcasts and they talk about the top prospects. So I've heard about him like a couple years ago. I always knew he was like a good defender, but
Yeah.
I always heard that his bat was a little questionable. But
Kobe, did you hear yourself? You said
but
Jeter
A-Rod
and
and Jeter,
A-Rod.
I'm not saying. I'm
I'm
not
going
saying
to.
that. I'm
I'm
saying
gonna
that people have said he's a mix of A-Rod and Jeter.
I'm gonna cut that out and we're gonna replay it when he's back in the minors.
Hey,
what did he like?
oh, just keep him on your radar. What were you gonna say?
Nothing. I feel like it was crazier to compare him to A-Rod than Jeter personally.
A-Rod was talented. He was raw. He was talented coming out. Funny story. I went to a game, Yankees minor league game in Tampa, and actually got to see Lombard up close and personal. So much to the point that he signed a baseball I had. And this was like 2024. So nowhere near he was talked about, but we knew we weren't going to see him for a while. And so I'm just thinking about what that baseball might cost in a few years. I got it right here. It's not going anywhere. So we'll see. We'll see if I can make a splash with that. But George Lombard Jr. Super excited to continue to watch him. Yankees in action tonight. None of the Phillies are on too.
It must be nice to have like a
farm system.
Like a farm system with players that could be brought up and you have like excitement towards them.
Yeah.
I haven't felt that.
It is nice. It is nice. Like the Yankees needed this. We're like in a weird place right now with Judge injured, Stanton out. The team's like going up and down. Volpe
Red
obviously
Sox are
struggling.
Breathing down your neck.
Yeah, like Red Sox are 2 games back out of nowhere. And now this kid just gets plugged in and lights up Yankee Stadium. They get the deal to bring in Garcia. He hits a homer. I mean, they've been 2 nice little spark plugs for us. So excited to
Did you see the Red Sox get Adley Rutschman?
Yeah, I did see that.
I wanted the Phillies to get Adley Rutschman like 2 years ago, but they won. I guess they wanted old decrepit JT Realmuto.
2 years ago, JT was fine. Leave him alone.
Yeah, but we knew his time was coming though.
That's fair.
I like Adley Rutschman. Nice little right-handed bat. He's gonna fit well in Boston. Hopefully not too well. But yeah, was not happy to see that. But yeah, super excited for Lombard. Luis Garcia also had a big homer recently for the Yanks. So it might be up for the Bronx Bombers. Who knows? Who it's definitely up for is the Philadelphia 76ers, as we've been talking about them all off season. But a lot of I feel like a lot of negative talk lately about, is this going to work? Is VJ going to be the odd man out? One ball, too many guys that are ball dominant. I don't even know what that means. But I wanted to bring up the VJ point first because a lot of people have said, I've even had conversations with my dad that maybe he should, not that he should, but maybe we will see him come off the bench at some point in the season, just because that bench is, we don't really know what we're going to get from it. maybe it would be maybe it would be something that we'd see, but wanted to bring it to the forum here. No, I'll
Wait,
kick it to,
hold up. Before and no, you can certainly speak to this. I just want to comment on like the overarching negativity of the Sixers. It, last podcast, I wore that Sixers jersey, right? I'm not a big jersey guy, but I wore it to kind of show some support for the team because there's just so much negativity in the air, which I'll mention. And I'm not naive. I kind of know right now that in my head, there's two things happening. One, it is late July, early August, and there's not a lot of sports going on. So people are like trying to cling on to something. The media is trying to cling on to something to get people riled up and get clicks, get views, and whatever. You saw what Raymond. Shout out to Raymond with his negativity against Jaylen Brown. How much engagement we got from that. So I understand like these media outlets are kind of doing the same thing with the Eagles and what they're doing with the Sixers. And also, I'm a little sensitive when it comes to my sports teams. It's like my children. Like if someone spoke to my children like I speak to my children, I would lose it. Like I just would lose it. So I am being a little sensitive. However, the negativity that we've gotten, like you mentioned the VJ stuff that came from Draymond Green, the Jaylen Brown stuff. When Jaylen Brown was on the Celtics, people were like praising him, MVP candidate, great job without Tatum being there. Like he was this a great all-around player. He comes to the Sixers. Oh, analytically, he's the seventh best player on the Celtics. He's the smartest person in the. He thinks he's the smartest person in the room.
yeah, but we kind of heard those things before he came to the Sixers too about Jaylen Brown.
You
You
heard
didn't
that?
hear? Yeah, I don't know if you could say the same, Noah, but I heard like the analytical
Then
stat.
fine. Let's say you heard that. Let's flip it around though. Now I'm hearing, oh, PG might be a better fit for the Celtics than Jaylen Brown is. Or did you see that series that PG had against the Celtics? I think he'll be a better fit for the Celtics than Jaylen Brown. We're hearing that now. All right, fine. If you heard the analytical stuff, if you heard the smartest person in the room, now people are like are saying that the Celtics won the trade. You're hearing like LeBron is after he was the best player at 41 years old on a team that won a playoff series. He comes to the Sixers, and now he's too old. He won't have the impact that he had before. The reason I'm like bringing this up is I've seen it throughout the years. I wish your dad was on because he could back me up on this. It's something about the Sixers that the media, and I'm not like paranoid, that the media just wants to shit on them, and it just bothers me. I'm not the type of guy who like follows my team blindly. I will criticize them when they do something wrong, but I just don't see it. If the Spurs, Kobe's San Antonio Spurs, with all the culture, had made the same moves, the media would have been praising them. If they did the same moves, you wouldn't hear, who's that guard out of UConn that they have on their squad?
Castle.
You wouldn't hear anything. Oh, Castle, he may need to come off the bench, or he would not be. He needs to take a back seat to Jaylen Brown and LeBron James. You wouldn't hear that stuff. They would be praised, but when the Sixers make these moves, all you hear is like negativity, and it's bothering me. I even think their over under was, I think 50 and a half games. How is that possible? They won
No
46
way.
games. Look at their over under. I think it's 50 and a half. They won 46 games last year. They beat the Celtics in the first round, and their GM got fired because of it. And you telling me they're going to win 4 more games?
It says standard regular season win total lines have not been officially posted by major sports books. So where'd you see that?
I heard it on a on a podcast.
I do see something on Reddit that has them at 47.5, which is very questionable.
Have you heard?
I
I mean-
think it's just hard for people to see like the Sixers doing anything like accomplishing anything, which is fair, honestly, because I don't until we got LeBron, like I would think the same thing.
But we have LeBron now, so
Yeah.
they can't win 4 more games than last year.
I don't know.
I don't get it. I even
No,
like
I wouldn't bet on it.
What's that game?
That's not what I'm
what's
saying.
What's that guy in Boston? Pina, I think he said. I don't think the Sixers would be like a top 6 seed. Like, where's this coming from?
It's coming from hate.
I think
Nobody
it's
likes
just-
Philly.
I think it's just because we have Joel Embiid and like everyone just hates him.
That's part of it. I think that's part of it.
They just
Speaking-
bet on him to like not be there. So
Yeah, probably. But you know what?
And
I don't want to.
love it. I
don't
it.
want to win. I know you guys love LeBron. I don't want to win a title without Embiid. I don't want him
Neither do
traded
I.
for.
He
I don't
deserves
want him
one.
traded for Anthony Davis. I don't want a bunch of mercenaries on this team, and they win
Oh,
a
and
title. It wouldn't feel
can
the
I
same.
can I say something about that? I saw people saying like we should trade like Embiid and something for like AD. Like, bro, what is the difference between Joel Embiid and Anthony Davis, except for the fact that Joel Embiid is just better than him? Like, that's literally the only
Well,
difference.
the difference is
He is
he's a
better.
clutch. He's a clutch client. That's the difference. You think if he
No,
was
but I'm not talking about clutch, Ernie. I'm talking about fans saying that and like media outlets.
No, but I
and these
think that
podcasts saying like, oh,
clutch may be putting that.
they
in
should
the
get rid of.
atmosphere.
Okay, but there's people that believe that though. Like, it doesn't matter. Who
Would you
puts
do
it
that,
down.
Chuck? Would you
Heck no.
trade
I don't want to
Joel
win a
for Anthony
championship without Embiid. When the process started, like he's the only one that I looked forward to watching besides TJ. Him and TJ was the only person I look for. He's been through it, and granted, some of the negative stuff that has happened is from his own accord. But he deserves to see this thing through. And I think the fans do too. We've been through a lot of blood, sweat, and tears with him. I want him on the team if they're going to win a championship. I don't want an AD. I don't want I don't want X center on the team. I want him to be part of it. So no, I wouldn't be thrilled. I don't want a bunch of mercenaries on this team to win a championship. It wouldn't feel the same to me.
I don't think I've ever seen a Sixer more deserving of a title than Joel Embiid, outside of Allen Iverson. But I didn't even watch Allen Iverson in his prime. I caught like the end of Allen Iverson's tenure in Philly.
Shout out to AI though. Like, have you guys seen some of the interviews with him? He's one of the few like old school players who praises today's players. And I don't know if you heard what did he say about like what the
Rabbit's got
rabbit
the
and the
gun.
gun? Yeah, like he's just so, I don't know. He's so appreciative of what the players are doing today, and I really love that. Where you hear other players of his era, just saying, "Oh, it's not the same." And listen, I'm under that umbrella too. I feel like the league is not the same, but AI seems to just pump up whoever's playing right now, and I really appreciate that.
Speaking of Joel Embiid, you guys hear that he's having a great summer, according to Nick Nurse. He's looking like really, really, really good. First time he's had a good summer in a couple of years. That gets me excited. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, did you see Gansey today on the Fanatic?
Nah.
Supposedly Embiid's 5 days a week, weight room, working out, getting up shots,
Mike
the
Yancey's
whole
in
nine.
this.
Mike Gansey is on Fanatic. I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, Noah, get ready. He's coming. He's coming.
Wow.
But it's like I don't know. They get me every year, so
Lace him
No,
up.
last year he came in hurt. But supposedly
but
he's
then he
healthy.
played that one like preseason game and he looked like the same player. that he always been, and then they got me right back.
Pull you back in. I'll send you the Ganji interview.
I don't want to say that. I believe you guys.
There's no way you can't resist.
We'll show it
You're
to him
gonna,
in
you're gonna
like
hit play.
a week before the season starts.
What's
Get
that?
him hyped. We'll send it to him a week before the season starts to get him super hyped.
All right. Well, getting back to my original point, just real quick. The reason I'm besides the negativity, another reason why I'm frustrated is I'm putting like undue pressure on myself and also expectations on the Sixers. I was hoping when we got Jaylen Brown, when we got LeBron, when we got Anthony Simons, when we got LeBaron Phelan, I'm thinking, I can watch the season. It'll be a great season to watch. But now I really want to shut these like critics up. So I'm putting like undue expectations on the Sixers. I really want them to win it.
It's not I mean, you expect this team to be in the finals, you know?
Not according to the odds. Not according to like Las Vegas.
I don't care what
I was just gonna say something
said.
about that. Like, I feel like it's kind of weird because like people will say like they don't believe in the Sixers, they're not gonna do anything, but then they'll turn around and be like, oh, if this team doesn't win a championship, like it's a failure.
Yeah.
Like, so like the only way we could like
double standard.
Only way that like we can shut them up is just like by winning. So
yeah, that's the only way. The conference is gonna be tough though. Like you got the Knicks. The Pacers are going to be. The whole conference is good. Kobe's Washington Wizards are going to be good. The Orlando's going to be good. The Celtics, they'll be formidable. Detroit's going to be good. Like that's really not a bad squad.
Earlier, you said like how people were saying like PG is like a better fit for Boston, and like they wanted to trade. I don't think they want to trade at all, honestly. Like not even in the slightest. Because I was hearing that the Sixers were trying to like attach a first round pick just to get off of PG, and they just used like one more first round pick and got Jaylen Brown than what they were gonna do to just dump him. But at the same time, I feel like he could be a better fit for Boston because Boston just likes to throw up threes and play defense, and that's not really Jaylen Brown's thing. So I feel like two things could be, well, not true because I don't think they want to trade, but I think it can be a better fit, and they could still lose to the trade at the same time.
But I think you're right, Noah. Both teams could benefit from this trade. Like that's possible. You don't have to have a winner or a loser. You can have, the Sixers got what they needed, and Boston got what they needed. Both teams made out.
No, I don't think it was a good trade in Boston.
In my heart.
I don't think it was a good trade by Boston, like in the slightest.
I don't think so either.
They could still like survive. So.
Yeah.
Who do you guys? Go ahead. I'll ask a question after the top.
Boston's right. I mean, Noah's right. Boston has a very good player in Tatum. They have a very good coach. They draft really well. They got some young pieces. I think they're going to be okay. They're going to be okay. But I still think the Sixers won this trade. And to me, it's not even close. And for people to say, oh, this is the same PG where Daryl Morey was getting killed for giving that contract. He goes, it's another thing. He goes to Boston. Oh, you know what? I think he's a better fit. Like, it's something about Philly that
it's just because we embarrassed ourselves for like 20 years.
Fine.
But that was also because he wasn't on the court, Chuck. Like we were saying that because he wasn't on the court. Because when he was on the court, he was good. You know.
No, I think PG is going to be a great fit for the Celtics for like the 30 games that he plays next year. I feel like, there's nothing wrong with
that. I love it. How do you guys feel about small ball lineups with the Sixers team? If you had to rank the top 3 guys to man the 5 position in a small ball lineup, who would that be? Because they have some options. Outside of this will exempt Embiid, Bona, and Hawk Purdy. Like if they were to go a small 5, like who?
Well, LeBron would be the 5.
He would be your number 1. Who would be the guy that you think they would go to?
I don't think In the regular season, not as much, but definitely in the playoffs.
Yeah.
When they tighten up the rotation, I think he would
Okay.
be the small ball five. I don't know how Nick Nurse is going to like stagger people's minutes. But I think it would. I can't see anyone else.
Dean Wade, maybe.
His dad's least favorite player in the league.
He's so trash. I don't know what you guys see in him. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. They should get Kelly Oubre that money.
You see, like you were talking about Jaylen Brown's like analytics. Like I want to look at Kelly Oubre Jr.'s analytics.
Don't you dare talk about Kelly Oubre like that.
Because that's why you hate Dean Wade. I don't know why you're denying.
I do hate him.
You hate him because he replaced Kelly Oubre.
I hate him because he averaged. Dominic Barlow averaged more points and rebounds and assists than he did, and he got $10 million a year. I don't understand the love.
Speaking of which, I think they would go to Barlow.
Dom Barlow, the guy you wanted to start all season. Yeah, what's wrong with paying a guy that could start all year $10 million? What do you mean?
Fine. It's not my money. I don't care. I just don't. Now that LeBron's here, I don't. It doesn't annoy me as much.
Like,
but I don't see. I really don't see.
He did more like a month into free agency than Daryl Morey did his whole like career as a Sixers.
Oh, you talking about Ganty? Yeah, I agree. I'm not talking about Ganty. I'm talking about the D Wade sign.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I don't care. I don't care how you feel about Dean Wade. Like, obviously, we should trust what this guy is doing because.
Fine. You're right. Yeah, that's a really good point. That's a good point, though. We
should. I just saw a tweet that said LeBron and the Sixers are rumored to be rocking their cream jerseys this year. Do you guys remember the Bellinelli squad with Redick and those white jerseys that they wore at home in the playoffs with the PHILA?
I thought you were reacting to the Arise home run that just happened.
Did he really hit a homer?
Yeah.
First of all, that Philly team was super fun. I love watching them play.
I like that team too.
Bellinelli coming off the bench, gunning threes. That was a fun team. But they might bring back those jerseys. Woo! I would love that. Did you guys see also Kevin Durant talking about the 2016 Golden State Warriors and comparing them to the?
Yeah,
I feel like that's what brought. I feel like that's what brought a lot of heat on the Sixers.
Probably. Yeah, that's a good point, Noah. I don't know. I can't agree with him because that's just a different level of. Everyone was in their prime at that point. But you're right, Noah. The Sixers were getting a lot of like negativity just from his comments, and then he followed up with a tweet, and he kind of gave some shade to Klay Thompson as well. So that's part of it.
I feel like Kevin Durant, I love Kevin Durant. He used to be like my favorite player when I was a kid until he went to the Warriors. I feel like he just tries to do anything to be like, hey guys, what I did wasn't that bad what I did back then. Like the team wasn't even that good. Like this team's way better. Like why aren't we as mad as LeBron? Why aren't we as mad as LeBron as you guys were with me?
No, I didn't get that vibe from him. I got the fact that he was comparing. He was
giving the
Sixers compliments.
No, I'm not saying it's just from this. Like I feel like that's always how he acts on Twitter. Like he tries to
No, right.
I don't think he told any lies though. I think on paper this Sixers team is better than that team. On paper. On paper.
No
if Joel Embiid was still in his prime, then yeah.
No, if LeBron was in his prime, then yes. But
I'm saying we don't even need LeBron to be in his prime. I'm saying I feel like prime Joel Embiid in a playoff series,
he's not.
I don't want to say
beating. He's
not
beating Steph and KG in their prime. He's not.
I don't want to have to say it, but
say it.
He might be the best player. If they're all in their primes, compared to the Warriors.
He's not beating KG and Steph in their prime.
I mean, let's go down the lineup. So they had Steph. Let's go down the lineup. So they had Steph, Klay, KD, Draymond. Was Draymond the 5?
I saw someone say that Draymond, that 2016 Draymond would be the best player on the Sixers right
Who?
I like Draymond, but that's ridiculous. I would take that Draymond over
So
D
what
Wade.
is he even better than like LeBron right now? Like,
No. But he's that type of player. He's like a poor man's 41-year-old LeBron. Well, LeBron gives you now. He's a poor man version of that.
But yeah, let's go down the lineup. Steph, Clay. Who's the 3 on that team?
KD,
KD. Who's the 4?
Draymond.
probably Draymond.
And then
And whoever.
did they have like a DeMarcus Cousins one time?
Okay.
But no, he wasn't on that.
Whoever
He was
the
on that
5.
squad.
Whoever the 5 is, Joel Embiid beats them.
Kobe, listen to me.
Jalen Brown beats
Kobe,
Draymond Green
listen
on
to me.
paper.
They're
hold
not
on,
better
let me
than that
finish.
team.
Let me
They're not better
finish.
than that team.
Let me finish.
Like they're not.
We win at the center. We win at the power forward position. They beat us at the small forward position. They beat us at the point guard position. And I would say they beat us at the shooting guard position. So it's close,
It's not close.
but I would give the edge to them.
That
after going through
team,
the lineup.
the year before they got KD, they won 72 games, 73 games. And then they get KD the next year.
Yeah, no, I know. We're not talking about that though. We're just talking about the roster on paper. Like we're not taking they're NBA champions. They obviously the Sixers can't touch that. But the players on paper compared to the
I don't think
Sixers
it's close.
players on paper, it's close.
That's not even close.
It's close.
I don't think so.
We just ran down the lineups. They edged us by one position.
I think they would like probably.
Oh, we forgot about Iggy. Iggy was the.
They probably would, but that's not what we're talking about. We said on paper. On
I don't.
paper.
L paper did not. We're not better. We're not even close.
Translate
It's not
to
even
the
close.
court. What don't we care?
That Vegas has us winning 48 games. That team won.
Oh my
72.
gosh. Is the game played on paper? No, it's played on the court. We're talking about on paper. You could say that the Sixers team is better on paper.
I can't say
It's not a
that.
far-fetched thing to say.
It's far fetched.
It really isn't.
It's far. It's
I think
the
you guys are looking
farthest.
too much into
It's
into
the
it.
this
farthest
is
You're
the
fetched
looking way too
I've ever
much
seen.
into it.
This is the greatest basketball team ever.
You're looking way too much into it.
Is it the greatest team of all time?
You're looking way too much into it. Anyway, discussion.
I think they're better than the '96 Bulls.
With the Sixers. Wow. Okay.
That's
Like
not even
40
the greatest
Celtics.
basketball team.
42-year-old LeBron, like he might be so better than Jordan. Honestly,
Oh wow. Okay. All right.
I hope he is.
Kobe's right. They're going
That'd be-
82-0.
I hope he is. That'd be great. Well, fellas, that'll wrap up this episode. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow us
That's a
on
good
social
way to
media.
end it. I love it.
Let us know what you think. We'll be back to talk more Phillies, some more Yankees as the season goes on in MLB. Dive deeper into Eagles camp as we get closer to the NFL season and fantasy football. Kicking off the Cheesesteaks and Takes League once more, offering some fantasy tips. But guys, hope you have a great rest of your week, and we will talk to you next time. Yeah. He's in the
Powered by
Joe
Riverside.
Joe.